Welcome to Edor Nelson Field, home of Augsburg University, the Fightin' Augies, and also home of Minneapolis City SC over the summer. I am your host, Nate Morales, joined as always by John Bisworm. I shouldn't say as always, John. I'm filling in for Nordo up here in the booth for the first time. I feel like we're together all the time, though, because of our podcast.
Yeah, we do spend a lot of time together, Nate. We do.
So tonight we are treated to this NPSL Midwest Regional Playoff game, Minneapolis City versus Carpathia FC. John, the winner of this game is going to go on to play the winner of the game that we were just treated to, that we just announced, Cleveland SC versus Milwaukee Torrent. We watched Cleveland drop to a 1-0 deficit, only to come back. Only to come back and win it 2-1. Both goals scored on penalties. That was quite the game that we were treated to. So Cleveland is awaiting the winner of this game. John, that game also saw three red cards, two by the players of Milwaukee Torrent. They were down to 8 men by the end of that game, and the Cleveland coach was sent off just around halftime. So that was definitely an interesting game. Lots
of stuff happened. So is it Lewis Dunn, head coach for Cleveland, will not be able to coach the team in the regional final.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a winner of this game versus a coachless Cleveland FC. I'm sure he'll have lots to say to them in the locker room, however. John, tonight, Minneapolis City, the home team, I would say favored in this matchup against Carpathia.
When you're the number one team in the country, you're favored until you lose.
Absolutely. Carpathia got here, John, by virtue of defeating Duluth FC up in Duluth on Tuesday. That's a lot of travel for them in a couple of days, and that was a lot of soccer for them to play because that game went to PKs, and Carpathia won 4-3 or 5-3. Let's talk about keys to victory. How will Minneapolis City pull this victory off? We'll start with, sponsored by Pence Homes tonight, our keys to victory. John, start us off. Defend the counter is what you've got here. What are you thinking about?
Well, in playoff soccer, we saw it in the first game where we thought one team was going to potentially be the aggressor and press high. What we found was they sat back, they hit on the counter. That's pretty much the script in playoff soccer globally. So I'd be hard-pressed to see that that's not going to happen today.
But mitigating mistakes, right? You want to just attack when you can.
Yep. Make sure you don't make the mistake in a bad area, and then if you do, you better work your butt off to get back.
I heard that. All right. Second up, speed of play. What do you mean? What do you mean when you say speed of play is key to the game?
Well, as far as speed of play goes, what I'm talking about is the possession style of soccer that Minneapolis City likes to play. Limiting maybe that third touch and making it a second touch pass. Limiting the second touch, making it a first touch pass. Having a team that maybe had to travel to Minnesota from Michigan twice
in a week.
Yeah. That's some tired legs, whether they feel they're fresh or not. Yeah. So that speed of play, making your decisions quicker, could be an area to capitalize for the Crows.
And then we saw Duluth fall to this. Beware of the comeback. What do we mean?
Well, as far as the comeback goes, if we run into an opportunity where we go down, we go up a few goals. We saw it on Tuesday night, Carpathia against Duluth, our conference running mates. Down 2 goals in this, and then coming into the second half, scoring 2 for the equalizer, and then going to penalties. So it's very important, if we are up a goal, that we are doing our best to beware of that comeback and manage that game. As far as players to watch go, sponsored by TCO, we have a good one today. Aidano Driscoll. I like to call him the Irish Zidane. He's a Luther College alumni, Division III All-American his senior year in 2018. Also a 2-time academic All-American at Luther College, so doing it on and off the field. In 2018, he was voted the America Rivers Conference Offensive Player of the Year. And if you're a Crows fan and you're watching last week in our last regular season game, scored an absolute 25, 30-yard banger off of a one-time volley to see the Crows into the number 1 spot in this region and keep the number 1 spot in the country. As far as a little fun fact, there's 9 players that Aiden has faced in his college career that currently are his teammates on Minneapolis City, and he's only lost to one of them, that being backup goalkeeper on the night tonight, Troy Lewegi in St. Thomas in 2016. Well, I'm John Bisworm. That's Nate Morales. We're going to take a quick break, pay some bills, and then we'll get back to you with the starting lineups for tonight's Midwest semifinal game against Minneapolis City and Carpathia. Be right back. Hi, Mom and Dad. Welcome back to Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University, the summer home of your Crows, Minneapolis City Soccer Club. I'm John Bisworm, joined by Nate Morales. He's dealing with some technical difficulties on some other end, so I'm just going to move forward as the players are lining up in this last semifinal matchup of the region. For Carpathia, we have in goal Finn Urich. In the back line, number 4, Kieran Hayes. Number 20, Ellis Jones. Number 2, Joshua Rubin. And number 5, Tyler Steffens. Across the midfield, we have Alex Sorwatka, number 22. Number 11, Spencer Nolf. Donald Schillinger. Don't have a number yet, but we'll get that. And across the front three, we have number 12, Dawson Trum. Number 10, Owen Smith. And number 7, Joseph Tinnen. And for your home team, Minneapolis City, you have in goal, number 1, Matt Elder. The back line of Murakami, number 23, Max Kent, number 4, Jack Berry, number 25, or 22. You have Charlie Adams, number 25. Midfield of Aidano Driscoll, number 6. Captain Max Stiegward, number 8. Number 10, Eli Goldman. And your front three of number 21, Lionel Vang, number 7, Will Kidd, and number 9, Midu Youssef. Nate, welcome back to the booth.
Thanks.
Just doing some IT support, huh?
Yeah, we had a tough moment here. We lost sound in the stadium, but we got it back for our PA announcer, so I was happy to help. Exciting moments as Minneapolis City are announced at home for the NPSL Midwest Regional Playoffs. John, I'm excited to be here, excited for this game to get started against the Carpathian team who, in their first year of NPSL competition, has advanced this far. How great is that for them?
I mean, it's really good. I mean, they were, I believe they were part of the PLA, right?
They were. They joined the PLA at the same year that Minneapolis City joined the PLA back in 2016.
Yep.
They were kind of in our same, I don't know, region, if not the same conference. They were
not the same conference, same region.
Yeah, that's what. I don't remember how that was organized.
But Nate, I am hyped for this game. We got through the warm-up game.
Yeah, I know. We made it.
We made it through the warm-up game. But this one's for all the marbles for us because sorry for the fans of Carpathia. This is a Minneapolis City broadcast. It's going to be a little one-sided, but we'll call it like it is.
That's right. That's right. Really one of those games, John, where you expect Minneapolis City as the veteran team, as a team that's been in the playoffs before, as a
non-traveling team.
Exactly, as a team that's been home all week, just waiting for this matchup to really come out swinging and come out ready to dominate this Carpathian team. Interesting thing, John, as far as Carpathia goes, Ellis Jones is in the lineup. He was not on our initial roster, so he did make the trip. But otherwise, Carpathia has traveled without their Great Lakes Conference 11 players of Dave Edwardson and Ryan Williams. And the issue with that is Ryan Williams is their leading scorer. He has 8 goals on the season. Edwardson and Williams combined with 12 goals account for over half of Carpathia's regular season goals. So you got to wonder, with Minneapolis City's stingy defense, where the goals are supposed to come from Carpathia.
Well, I mean, they're going to come from somewhere, right? You got to figure it out.
Yep.
If your leading goal scorer is not there, you just got to find a different way to play.
Yeah.
And if it's inserting someone who might have a hot hand, like Owen Smith, who scored 2 goals against Duluth on Tuesday, also had the Paneka on the penalty.
Ballsy play. Worked.
Yeah, steel stones for that guy when it comes to the spot kick. Don't know if he'd try it again, but maybe, who knows. But Carpathia, they have to be equal to the task. There are a lot of people in this stadium right now, and it's a very one-sided set of fans here.
That's for sure. The stadium is packed. Minneapolis City fans are out in full effect. Can't tell if there are any traveling Michigan fans, but not too many. Someone's throwing beer around down there, or drinks around down there, maybe some water, I'm going to say, since this is a college campus down there. The citizens, the supporters group, is in full effect as well, making some noise. They've got their megaphones, they've got their drum. We are ready to go. John, as the coin flip is undertaken, we've got Captain Max Stiegward out there, who is a veteran of these kind of games.
It looks as if he maybe won the coin toss and selected the west side of the field, so that puts the Carpathia goalkeeper in the sunshine as the sun comes down here in a beautiful hot night in Minneapolis, Nate.
Yeah, it's a little scorchy out there.
91. It got 1 degree warmer than the last game.
Yeah, you know what? It was overcast all afternoon, and now the sun is peeking out just at the right time to get into the eyes of Finn Jurek, the goalkeeper for Carpathia, and you got to hope that's going to have an effect. Only once have we seen a goalkeeper wear a hat in a game here at Edor Nelson Field to avoid the sun, and he was mocked ceaselessly by the fans.
And he also let 4 goals in past him. So if I were Jurek, I'd ditch that hat.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But the interesting thing for tonight's game, seen a little bit of a roster shift. We talked about one player in particular, our player to watch, Aidano Driscoll.
Yes.
Tell me what you think of Aidano Driscoll.
Aidano Driscoll is one of those players that in years past and this year comes on strong at the end of the year. He's one of those guys that doesn't quite make the starting roster from the beginning of the season. And all of a sudden, as the season wears on, as legs get tired, Aidano Driscoll works his way into the subs, works his way into the starting lineup. He scored an amazing goal at Med City to win us the game.
Well, like I noted in the player to watch notes, that kept us at the number 1 seed in this region and in the country by just that one goal.
Yeah, and he's staying fit. He went out to a charity match where he scored something like a hat trick or something against another local team. So
good soccer just tends to find that guy.
Yeah, so Aidano Driscoll is one of those players, John, that can play both ways. Defensively, great in midfield, but also can take those long range blasts and put them between the uprights or between the posts. You don't want
not between the uprights.
That's too high.
That's your last mistake. You're allowed, or you have to leave, and I'll do this by myself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us once again. I'm John Bisworm. That's the sweet sound of Nate Morales.
What's up?
My podcast partner on the People's Pitch podcast, the official podcast of your Minneapolis City Soccer Club. If you're an observer of a different team in this region, check out our podcast at the People's Pitch on Twitter. Next week, we'll be breaking down all these games, and we'll talk about your favorite club.
Yeah, whether or not they did well is yet to be seen, but we'll be talking about it for sure.
Whether or not they did well is not our fault.
No, that is not. Minneapolis City in their home white and black wing kit, as we like to call it. Carpathia has traveled and are wearing pretty much straight up blue.
Straight up blue.
Love to see a team of hardy mountain people putting out a soccer team like this with the Carpathians. All right, and we have kicked off. How exciting.
Ready for this one, Nate.
That's Ellis Jones, number 20, maintaining possession in the back. Potentially looking to go wide to Ruben. Now he looks back the other way. Minneapolis City, like you said, John, not going to press, not going to overexert themselves early, just going to wait for Carpathia to make a mistake like that. Goldman looking dangerous, about to pounce on that.
But smart from Eli to not disjoint the pressure there and to drop back in.
Yeah, Owen Smith way in the back. There's Matt Murakami. That's a North Conference 11 selection. Minneapolis City is full of them. There's Lionel Vang, number 21, another North Conference 11 selection.
Oh, unlucky from Eli there. Right idea to try to get that toe poke into Captain Max Stiegward, just a little too much on it.
Yep. Over to Kieran Hayes. Ellis Jones, again, Carpathia, content to look for their spots.
Minneapolis City doing a very good job from a patience perspective on this press. I think Midu Youssef, arms out, just instructing what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Oh, an unlucky touch by number 22.
That's
Sirwatka. Good ball from the back line in.
Mm-hmm.
But Minneapolis City content in allowing that possession in the back line, which we've talked about multiple times for Minneapolis City, that there are instances where it's okay to allow the other team to have that possession. It's what you do to close those gaps in behind it.
Sure. We like we had mentioned when we were talking about when we were in the Cleveland and Milwaukee game, sometimes this game is all about just maintaining possession, moving a couple yards upfield, not giving your ground, maintaining possession, moving a couple yards upfield, not giving your ground when you lose the ball, right? And eventually you're going to find yourself in
something opens up eventually.
Yep.
The most patient teams in the world can't withstand a 5 to 10 pass sequence sometimes, and it will open things up because someone will get antsy, they'll dive in, and then you have a man advantage.
Yeah. John, Carpathia is an interesting team here. Of all the forwards,
smart play by Jack Barry.
Smart play. Of all the forwards or midfielders they've got, they're just about as fluid on the front as Minneapolis City has been. Kind of a mixture of Joseph Tinian, Owen Smith. We've got Dawson Schrum. They're all kind of moving in along that attacking area. And Spencer Nolf there getting some pressure and looking dangerous.
Unlucky touch for Will Kidd, but doing what Will Kidd does and tracking back. Driscoll with a great challenge there.
Nice slide. And here comes
Goldman's
Eli
on the
Goldman.
rush.
Eli looking for some help. And again, just going to be patient.
And if you're talking about patience, the guy to have in your midfield is Aidano Driscoll.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Just watch what he's doing right now. constantly scanning the field, finding that pocket of space, not rushing anything, just getting himself in a position, maybe 2-3 passes ahead of time,
Sure.
Where he's setting himself up and the players around him for success.
Which is why he got the starting nod
challenge
today. Also keeping in mind,
Like right there,
great move. And Aiden is maintaining. Oh, Aiden just off the ball by number 12, Dawson Schrum. Dawson puts a good move on Will Kidd, but Aiden is able to get the ball right back from the guy that stole it from him.
In the right place at the right time. That's what I'm talking about.
Wide to Matt Murakami, number 23. Even wider to Lionel Vang. Lionel is a magician with the ball at his foot.
And we have our game's first corner. 3 minutes in. And I would say, Nate, the Crows have come out with an added level of excitement.
Yeah. Some definite intensity here. Max Stiegward puts the ball into the box, deflected by Schrum.
On Eli.
Goldman tries the volley a little too high,
I think that was a knee. It's our second power knee of the weekend.
Like I said, hardest spot to control the ball off of. You say head.
Yeah.
I do like that the majority of Minneapolis City here, John, is gonna be content to maintain their shape. You got Midu Yusuf going, acting a fool up there, trying to put some pressure, arms wide, wing kit flying.
So now you're going to look at him to want to apply the pressure.
Yep.
Specifically, if this ball goes backwards. He chose not to do it there, but that's typically your press indicator, Nate. As soon as the ball goes backwards from the midfield,
what happens?
Into a defender, that's when you want to apply that pressure because they are going backwards.
And that's out. Charlie Adams is going to be throwing this one in. Charlie Adams joined the squad, John, for our storied U.S. Open Cup run in
I coached that team.
2016-2017, where Minneapolis City beat Oakland County up in Blaine at the National Sports Center. Well cleared. Here's number 10, Owen Smith. Owen Smith has 6 goals, most of them coming here at the end of the year, and that's a nice idea. Ball into Dawson Schrum.
Good tackle by Jack Barry.
Heads-up play.
So now is where the press should be coming. But I think that there's been some directive by Coach Matt Van Benschoten and the coaching staff to not necessarily capitalize on the pressure just yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to not press, but when you do press, it's not okay to have a disjointed press, because then that allows a team with the skills that Carpathia has to be able to do the 1-2-3 passing sequence out of it relatively easy.
Sure. And let's be clear, John. This is a very skilled Carpathia team.
Oh,
They are born out of a youth club that has been founded in the 50s out there in Detroit. So you can assume that a lot of these guys grew up together. They've played together for quite some time.
Great touch by Eli Goldman.
Amazing move by Eli. And can he get there? Beat number 4, Kieran Hayes.
Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky that, we have a collision. Finn Jurek comes out for the ball. Both Eli and Finn are down, and Finn looks like to have got the worst of that challenge.
That was a nutmeg. That defender owes Eli $1.
Well done by Eli, too. I mean, nice, beautiful touch, first of all. Weird underfoot back heel to get past his defender.
Anyway, he'll do.
Yeah, and then able to sprint to keep that attack going.
Good to see that Yurek's up. There was nothing malicious in there.
Oh, no.
Eli wasn't going into a reckless challenge, just trying to go for the ball.
No, and we've seen that in this league, by the way. We've seen a couple of goalkeepers in the NPSL North kicked in the face. Med City had their backup goalkeeper's face pretty much broken.
Yeah.
Sioux Falls Thunder had a goalkeeper kicked in the face, or Dakota Fusion, I should say. Had a goalkeeper kicked in the face in the 90th minute of a game after he saved a penalty. So that's something you never want to see as a goalkeeper go down, but.
I like the activity I'm seeing from number 9, Midu Yusuf, right now as the leader of that press.
Yeah. There's number 4, Big Max Kent. Played locally at McAllister, most lately at Syracuse University.
So what we've seen in the first 7 minutes of this game is Carpathia is not looking to possess. They're looking to get the ball forward as fast as possible.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, Minneapolis City has seen that a number of times this season from teams.
They win the corner, or the goal kick, or the throw-in, sorry.
It's always kind of a gambit with teams facing Minneapolis City. Do you possess, and do you let Minneapolis City do not go after Minneapolis City and let them do what they want to do, or do you directly attack them, and that tends to lead to that was close. That tends to lead to Minneapolis City wearing you down.
Good pressure by the Crows.
Very good. Eli Goldman all over the field right now, calm possession by Aidano Driscoll and the smart play.
He's just so calm.
Yeah.
Some people might say like he doesn't have a sense of urgency. He doesn't need to because he's outthinking you, and he's just doing the required movement that is needed for a specific situation.
Yeah. Long ball for Mito. Might have been offside, might not, but it was definitely overkicked. Back to Finn for a goal.
This stadium's packed, Nate.
You love it. Second game in a row here at Edor Nelson Field for this NPSL squad that we've seen a packed house.
Why not?
Why not? It's playoff soccer. You got to come out and support your Crows.
It's playoff soccer. It's a beautiful hot night in the summer.
I'll tell you what, John. When we're shoveling snow,
we're gonna be thinking about these days.
This is the thing: you as sweaty as you are now, I'd rather be.
Little kid's open.
There we go. Oh, Leo Vang looking to make that change and then coming back and doing a great job there. Matt Murakami loses the ball, and now there's some vulnerability here on defense.
Good
he tracks
stat.
back well.
That's the defense you get out of a best 11 defender, and Matt Murakami right there.
Another one. This Minneapolis City team, as I mentioned, full of North Conference 11 players, all the way from the back to the front. Matt Elder, Matt Murakami, Max Stiegward, and Lionel Vang.
And also, let's not forget, another Matt Van Benskoden.
That's right.
Our head coach.
Hard to overlook the coach of Minneapolis City, the #1 team in the country, on your ballot when you're voting for when you're voting for best coach of the conference.
That is the case. If he doesn't make it, it's a case of spite voting.
Spite voting, maybe some bots, Eastern European bots.
Yeah, who paid the Russians?
All right, Finn Jurek urging his defense forward. He's got to, with the pressure. That's part of what the pressure Mito is doing, right? He's not comfortable passing just to his center backs because he doesn't know what's going to happen with that ball. Charlie Adams has to track back.
Good tackle by Charlie.
Nice tackle, but Max Kent lets the ball get past him.
And Matt Murakami again cleaning up the effort.
Oof.
Probably the most dangerous effort thus far by Carpathia.
Quick throw in from Carpathia, and here we go again. Great cross, and
did Matt Elder get a hand on that? No, he did not.
No.
Dangerous. See if he did get watch the replay here. Matt Murakami got just enough touch on number 12, Dawson Schrum, to get him off of his spot. But a great ball in by number 10, Owen Smith, who looks to be, his role today is floater.
Everywhere. I've seen him on the near side. He was just on the far side putting that cross in. Right now he's in the midfield. Owen Smith is gonna go all over this field. We're gonna see how Carpathia kind of rotates as Smith moves positions. Murakami on Schrum. Back to Barry. Jack Barry with a long ball, and Leo Vang is going to get there.
Ball. Oh, no.
That is a questionable offside.
We need to get a replay of that one.
We're just up here. What do we know, John? Hard to say.
Hard to say. Looked as if Lionel ran past that guy, but, that's what the line judge gets paid to do. Make those calls.
Again, Jones to Hayes to Stevens. Carpathia possessing out of the defense, looking to figure out where their forward movement is going to come from, and all the way back for a reset.
I'm okay with this kind of half pressure by Minneapolis City.
Yeah, because they're locking down the important part of the field, right? And that's everything from midfield back.
It's dealing with the long ball. We just saw it there, right? Jack Barry. Like it's allowing him the opportunity to get the depth to be able to come onto that long ball instead of being tracking back.
Yeah.
Because he's having to guard someone one-on-one.
Yeah, that's what.
Good effort by Eli Goldman. Eli's playing with
bodies him off the ball. Eli Goldman, coming off of injury, came on strong in this season.
Unlucky.
Unlucky by Will. Unlucky Will Kidd couldn't get there. Eli came on strong in the second half of the season, scoring a number of goals for Minneapolis City in the last
2 years.
Really? Last 2 years, but in the last few weeks, he scored 2 goals to really help carry this team and add some offense.
Handball.
Guess not. There's Max Stiegward coming back, trying to challenge Owen Smith.
That's good defensively. Make them go backwards.
Yep.
Stifle out that potential counterattack. You'd like to see maybe the handball called there, but I think the referee was screened a little bit.
And again, Carpathia back, forth, trying to figure out where that long ball is going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4 men dancing forward for Carpathia FC. No whistle on that.
That's not a foul.
Owen Smith looking for the for the call, and
that's not a foul by any means.
More of a pirouette.
Yeah.
There's that long ball floating. Barry, Max Kent on him. There's Max with the toe poke.
Right.
Here's Owen Smith. Dangerous. Another one. Owen Smith going for these.
Why not? When you're on form,
yeah,
take the shot.
I mean, watch this. This shot goes.
I mean, it sailed wide, but
he's going for that far corner every time, whether it's for a player like Dawson Schrum, or
unless they're giving a corner kick here.
Yeah, they did. Referee indicated it came off of a City player. Must have been deflected. So here we go. Smith about to stand over the ball.
So about 13 minutes in, almost 14 minutes. I think within the next minute and a half is when Coach Van Benskoten for Minneapolis City needs to amp up that pressure line.
Sure.
We've seen what Carpathia wants to do. They want to get it long, but potentially the Crows could figure out a way to maybe deflect that long ball or apply pressure that puts Carpathia in a bad spot in their defensive third.
Matt Murakami with the clearance. Lionel Vang looking to get
Number 2 Ruben all over him.
Yep. A little bit of a size difference there.
Yeah, just a dad. Good first touch by Charlie Adams. And
yeah, so this is what Carpathia is going to try to do, is just, we got a press here.
But it's a disjointed press again, like we were talking about. These passes are able to get out of it.
Mm-hmm. Well played by Jack Barry. That's why we like Jack Barry at that back line, John.
And to the casual observer, you look at that as a wasted pass. That's a line clearing. That's to make sure that your team can get back into a defensive shape and to relieve that pressure.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Again, John, to a casual observer, though, you've got the number 1 team in the country, and you're wondering what's going on. Why are we holding back? Why are we sitting back? And this is Minneapolis City's game. This is a possession-based team.
Yep.
That's gonna wear you down, and they're gonna put their foot on the gas in the moments that it matters.
Yep, absolutely. We haven't seen a lot of chances early on from Minneapolis City. The chances have swung in Carpathia's way.
Yep.
But lots of midfield turnovers for Carpathia.
Yep. There's Yusuf. He was
Unlucky.
I think Yusuf caught himself. He knew he was off. He tried to reset, and by then the ball was gone.
Yeah, and Will Kidd thought he was going to maybe curve his run further out wide.
Mm-hmm.
No harm in that ball that Will Kidd played.
No. Will Kidd, John, an original member of Minneapolis City SC all the way back to 2016. He's made over 50 appearances for the club.
Club leading goal scorer.
Yep. Bradley University and St. Thomas midfielder and attacker. Yeah, really prolific for Minneapolis City over the years.
Just does the job.
Not only that, but really aggressive in his attack and able to draw penalties when they matter as well. He's dropped down in the box quite a few times by opposing. He's been cut down in the box, I should say, quite a few times by opposing teams.
Milwaukee's probably glad they're not ending up playing against them.
And there's Dawson Schrum making that run. Murakami's got to get on his horse. Schrum bobbles. Matt Elder able to collect.
Murakami did the absolute perfect job any defender needs to do there. Getting beat by that first touch and then allowing a terrible angle for Schrum to have to try to figure out what to do with it.
Joseph Tinian is the attacker for Carpathia that's content to pressure, trying to cause some chaos in that back line. Max Kent had dribbled the ball quite upfield a ways, so Max Stiegward had to drop back and do a little defending. Max Stiegward urging the play on, captain, saying, let's go, let's go.
Aidano Driscoll kind of talking to Lionel Vang here on our side, near side to the camera, about what the movement he wants out of him, which might be that second and third pass, setting that up.
Ooh, great touch by Eli Goldman, and Yusuf is played on.
Oh, great save!
Great save, but it's in.
A goal! Yeah!
Eli Goldman with the second, potentially third effort as his shot is deflected by Finn Jurek.
That is his straight-up hustle, Nate.
Eli follows it in, beats 2 defenders to the ball, plus the scrambling goalkeeper, and is able to poke it in with his toe. That's Minneapolis City 1, Carpathia 0, with only 18 minutes played in this game, John.
That's a gut punch.
Yeah.
That is a gut punch. But Carpathia did Let's go look at its replay here. I think Eli definitely wants that finish back.
Yeah, great save.
But look
by
at that
Jurek,
hustle. He ran through 3, if you count the goalkeeper, Carpathia defenders, ran right past Joshua Rubin, number 2 for Carpathia, and just an effort goal.
Yeah, you'd love to see it. Like I said, Eli Goldman coming on hot second half of the season and continues to produce for Minneapolis City.
But how here we go end to end.
Carpathia again with the long ball. And let's see what Will Kidd can do.
He's got some space. You'd like to see maybe Lionel Vang get active there and try to advance his position. The obvious pass for me there was Eli Goldman in the middle, who was wide open in between the pocket, between the midfield and the defensive line. But Lionel Vang, kind of casually drifting in behind that. Maybe if he's more active, he can make that third run, and then he's on.
Yeah. Why not try the long ball? Change it up a little bit. Expecting some sort of a call. No, Minneapolis City kind of decided to stop running at that ball. That's okay.
They taking a breather. They scored a goal.
I do got to give Finn Jurek the credit there. That was an amazing save.
Yeah, it was fantastic for a stop. His defense let him down.
Yeah, you got to make sure there are guys there ready to clear your line.
And specifically too, because the guy who shot the ball to get the save was the one who ran by you in order to tap it in. Yep. So if I'm him, I'm a little aggravated at my back 4 for not following up on that. So now the story changes, Nate. Minneapolis City maybe on the back foot a little bit, giving Carpathia some time on the ball in their defensive third.
Yeah.
Now Carpathia, who was pressuring high before, now sitting back in, potentially trying to maybe relieve some damage that could be inflicted if they were to continue that high line of pressure.
Mm-hmm. And Minneapolis City now with the lead can be confident. This team can score goals. 44 goals scored over the course of the season.
The highest scoring team in the country, right?
Absolutely. And 11 goals against, which puts us up there in the top defensive echelon of the country as well. 42 goals scored actually from the feet of players. 2 goals were own goals. Max Kant feeling a little far advanced there. Oh well.
Yeah, you're getting the nosebleed. He's up so high.
But this Minneapolis City team can defend, and Midu knew.
I like that. I like that direct effort there. Mm-hmm. Midu was in behind. And I know that's something that the Minneapolis City team has been working on in training is it's okay to have possession, but sometimes you just got to get dirty and go over the top.
Yeah. And mixing it up like that you can lull the defense to sleep a little bit with possession, right, John? And then you mix it up like that with a speedy runner like Midu, and you might catch someone off guard.
Yep, absolutely.
Will Kidd, what I like about Will Kidd on that side, and really it's any side that Will Kidd is on, John, is that he's incredibly scrappy, and if he's caught, if he has to track his man back and defend a little bit, he can defend.
Yeah, absolutely. He's always willing. Since he's been here, since 2016, he's been putting a shift in on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, really, really versatile player on that right wing, potential to play right wing back if needed, but we've never really needed it, which is nice. He came up in Bradley University as a midfielder. Same with St. Thomas, but here in Minneapolis City, he's found a home.
It's a great ball by
Aidano
Driscoll
on that right wing. And here's Charlie Adams, another guy.
Midu getting his first touches on the ball.
Another guy who recently joined the 50 Cap Club, is that right?
Yeah, Charlie Adams.
Yep.
Charlie Adams and Matt Elder joining Will Kidd and Aaron Olson in the 50 Cap Club.
You don't see that a lot, John, at this level,
no,
the NPSL level, to have 4 guys on your active roster that have played 50 games for your team, which on one hand goes to say a lot about talent selection at a young age.
Well, and talent retention.
Mm-hmm.
Building an atmosphere for the players who want to stay versus trying to find what's that next best, bigger thing.
Yeah. Captain Max Stiegward maintaining possession, looking for some magic in the middle. Midu's able to get a foot in, and here he is. Amazing touch. Goes for the rips
Why not?
Of volley.
Why not? Have one, son. Look at this bit of skill right around the defender.
Whoop. Man, if he was able to pull that down and lace that past Jurek, I don't know. 6 goals already on the season for Mido Youssef, providing an early attacking spark for Minneapolis City in the season. I think as we know, as seasons wear on and as these games happen fast, it's nice to have a mix of talent. But Mido came on strong for City early and helped us establish ourselves at the top of this conference and top of the league.
It's our second celebrity sighting. Watching the stream, Nate.
What? Text from who?
Text from Minneapolis City goalkeeper Mitch Wolf, watching on the big screen.
Unleash the fury, Mitch. Max Stiegward going in for the slide tackle. Cannot make contact with anyone, which is probably better.
Good step by Jack Barry.
Minneapolis City, John, has its pick of central defenders between Max Kent, Jack Barry, Jonah Garcia, Aaron Olson.
You can even slot, I'll say you can even slot Aaron Olson in there.
Why go Jack Barry?
Oh, Lionel Vang, great move.
Like I said, Lionel Vang on the dribble is a thing of beauty. Max Stiegward goes for
Why not?
curling shot.
Why
from
not?
Stiegward, just high. Enough to worry Finn Jurek. And the Crows are cawing here in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis City, like I said, is on the front foot today. You can tell just by the way they're playing, they're really feeling it. I mean, there's that dirty work you were talking about that Will Kidd provides.
Oh, excellent work from Will Kidd. Let's see if City can claim that second ball here.
And they do.
There's Aiden. O'Driscoll's going to put this cross in.
It's going to make this guy look stupid. Unlucky.
A little bit of a step over, but can't maintain possession. Max Kent bulldozes his man. There's the call.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Let him know who you are. John, as I was asking, why Jack Barry when you've got Jonah Garcia, who's played a number of games this year, Aaron Olson just coming off injury, who's a co-captain and very smart defender. Jack Barry definitely the taller of the three.
Well, there you just answered your own question. Look at the style of play that Carpathia has been playing.
Yep.
It's all aerial balls in the air, trying to go direct up top. If that's the style of play that we've scouted, we're going to be looking at facing, then you put one of your best ball winners in the back line. And you mix that with Max Kent. And both of them are sneaky athletic and fast for how big they are. So, no slight to Jonah Garcia, but you're putting in a player in Jack Barry who is going to win those aerial balls, where you have the opportunity to win the second one, and then you can start your attack.
Yeah.
As opposed to maybe Jonah having to fight a little bit more for the win in the air.
Yeah, positionally, Jonah, great awareness, really great ball distribution, but I think he's got Jack Barry has a couple inches on Jonah.
Yeah.
And when you've got these long balls in, it's nice to have that advantage.
Max Kent's feeling himself tonight, isn't he?
Couple years ago, we had a guy back at Central Defender who always scared me when he wanted to carry the ball upfield, and I think Max Kent is no different. Little late on that ball from Will Kidd, but
unlucky touch.
But we did not get an offside call, so that's amazing.
Lionel doing what he does best here, 1v1.
Let's go. Lionel, brought down. We're not going to call it. Lionel Vang, by the way.
Well, I might have called that.
His visage is plastered to the fence of Augsburg. Lionel Vang, an Augie.
Playing at home.
Yep, playing at home. He loves the stadium, and he's played here for
many
a few years, and then all summer. Very successful here, Lionel. This season, 5 goals for Minneapolis City, and as I mentioned, a North Conference 11 selection.
I mean, I thought that was a foul, to be completely honest with you. I'm okay with the no call, but I think he beat his man, and he was taken down.
Dawson Schrum played over. Murakami is there to shut him down. Let's see what Dawson can do with this. Looking for support.
I think he's out of ideas.
Finally,
and
number 11,
Murakami
Spencer
wins the throw-in.
Yep.
Like I said, he's out of ideas after that first touch.
There he is. There's Lionel Vang. Number 8 in the Augie kit. Number 21 in the wing kit.
He's not that tall.
No.
I wonder if we need to get a picture of Lionel next to his likeness at the stadium just to see how much shorter he is than that poster. There he is on the ball,
carrying in the middle, looking for Mito, but
unlucky. But look at him work back.
Yeah, great effort. I think that's one of the things that I always like to hear. Guys like you. Here comes Owen Smith on the attack again, playing over Dawson Schrum. These guys look like they know each other really well. Schrum given way too much space. Put the cross in, well defended.
I like how it just wasn't a lump forward.
Will Kidd is alone over there, but Minneapolis City content to just put it off to the near side.
Another celebrity sighting. City legend. Goose.
Goose, the
Isaac
Goose.
Frent.
Oh.
Of the iconic photo of him flying towards the supporter section. Good to hear from you, Goose.
Another prolific Minneapolis City goal scorer. Goose joined the team in the first year along with Will Kidd and a number of other players as a high schooler, and was another one of those dynamic attackers brought down to the box so many times.
Super fan favorite. Unfortunately, career cut short by injury, but lots of just dynamic moments from Isaac Frent. And say hi to the Frent family for us. So we're now at the first hydration break 2 minutes earlier than what we were told. Minneapolis City, your Crows, up 1-0 over the visiting Carpathia. Nate, it's the table's top has been turned over, hasn't it, since the first 15?
Yeah, I mean, for a while it looked like Carpathia was content and able to just be able to lump balls forward. Minneapolis City happy to absorb, but I think Minneapolis City has really found themselves on the front foot a number of times. That transition from back to front is looking like it's really clicking, and I can only expect more goals to come throughout this game unless Carpathia is able to make some sort of an adjustment.
There's a difficult decision that Coach Van Benschoten has to make now for Minneapolis City coming out of this hydration break. Do you use it as fuel to maybe amp up the high pressure line for the next 5 to 8 minutes and potentially expose yourself to that counterattack we talked about you needing to defend? Or do you look to try to grab that second goal as you're getting into the dying minutes of the second half or first half into halftime?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Carpathia by any means has decided to give up, right? I mean, just down a goal, plenty of time left in this game. They've come from behind before, and you still see 4 guys dancing on that back line of Minneapolis City looking to attack.
This is a different NPSL North team that they're facing.
I get it.
Down goals.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, they're interested in it, right? They're interested in moving forward. They're not. The fight hasn't gone out of them only 30 minutes in. So
yeah, absolutely.
Minneapolis City has to plan for that. And it looks like Minneapolis City just not interested in much of a water break, ready to take the field.
They want to play.
Less than 2 minutes into this hydration break.
They've been chilling in that ice rink for a few hours behind us.
In that last game, John, you and I were able to take a break during hydration and get our own.
Well, what we saw in the last game, too, was that one of the two teams coming out of that break had the front foot. So who's it going to be in this game?
That's a fair question. I think we can only hope it's Minneapolis City. Yeah. Sorry, Carpathia fans, but this is our stream.
Yeah, this is our show. Murakami on the throw here to get the restart.
Nice long throw to Eli, who's been able to just use his body. Doesn't even need to touch the ball off the throw in.
Unlucky. He wanted to hit that outside the foot to Will Kidd. Eli, you can tell by his body language, not happy with himself on that one. But a good idea. And just the execution needs to be cleaned up, and that's fine. The giveaway wasn't in a dangerous spot, so we're good.
All right, now Finn Jurek looking to be the distributor here.
Props to our production team adding the sideline camera for today.
We're plussing up. It's the playoffs, John, and Minneapolis City has to show up. I'm going to tell you what, couldn't be more excited to be on the stream with you today with nationwide viewers. You got to assume people from. Nice
that's a great first touch by Tinian.
Able to. They're calling him off.
I don't know about that one. I mean, we'll take it, but I don't know about that. I thought he established himself after coming from an offside position.
Aidano Driscoll with a quick restart, looking to find an opening, but given that there was none, content to play back. And here we go. This is what worries me, John, when you have this gap, when it's Jack Berry alone back there and Max Kent decides to go up that right side.
Yeah, but look what it opens up.
Now Will Kidd is far up. Aidano Driscoll able to advance. There's the call. He was playing
That's a great first touch by Aidano Driscoll.
Yep.
And what you see there is he uses his body. If that first touch would have let him down, he used his body in a way that the player had to go through him. Fortunately for him, this opportunity, good first touch, had potential to move forward, got dragged down. Referee there was no question the referee had to call that.
Yeah, referee was sympathetic to that cause. Not sure what Charlie Adams is talking about, maybe another potential foul that may have happened earlier.
Oh, Max Kent, no.
Now, Max.
That's all right, we got the ball back.
Yep, we're okay.
Max is amped up. Just chill out, bring it down to like a 35, Max, out of 10.
One thing I do like is Max Stiegward able to drop back and
be that pressure release valve.
Yep, exactly.
Murakami's open down on this side, if Barry can find him.
Interesting, given how they played throughout the
Unlucky
season.
first touch by Will Kidd. That's a good look by Jack Barry.
They try, Will, to bring it back in, but we're just going parking lot with that one. Food trucks. Carpathia is looking to restart here. John, Carpathia is 6-2-2 this year. Kind of an up and down first season of the NPSL, yet here they are.
Yeah.
They lost to Milwaukee Torrent, who we saw go down earlier.
They also beat Milwaukee Torrent.
And then they beat them. They came back and beat them and gave Milwaukee their loss on the year, which put them...
Oh, freeway ball.
That's what we like to see. Miles Stockman Willis on the stream.
Yeah, Miles.
Another city player.
Some hot Cheetos. What do you got there, Miles? You got Mark Pokine
up on the right. We like it. Love to see the support from the entire Minneapolis City organization.
I saw some future players here tonight.
Yeah.
Saw some of the City 2 guys that aren't traveling to Detroit for their Elite 8 matchup against the New York Contour.
Yeah. I dare say, John, the atmosphere here is electric.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little girl laying down on the stands. A little tuckered out.
It's hot for the kids. Jack Barry with a nice touch and able to maintain possession all the way across to Max Kent. In the prior game, John, when we were looking for Cleveland to kind of kill the game out against Milwaukee, that's exactly the kind of ball movement we were looking for. Side to side.
That's a good ball.
Look for your opening. One thing I will say after this water break and after this first goal, Minneapolis City way more willing.
Trying to get direct.
Yeah. Put that ball downfield.
I like it because it's something a little bit different than what they showed in the first 15, 20 minutes of this game.
Yep.
And it's not like it's not going to work. I mean, getting direct is okay in soccer. Mm-hmm. If that's your only game plan, then it's not okay. So if Minneapolis City has to fall back on that, then okay, that's fine.
Well played by Charlie Adams on that long ball up to Sirwatka. Stiegward to O'Driscoll, seeing what he can find in the Lionel Vang direction. But Josh
this is where the pressure needs to happen.
And there's Lionel
stripping
the ball and maintaining possession moving forward.
So it looks like a deep throw in. If I'm Minneapolis City, I'm finding Aidano Driscoll on the ball as much as possible. Everything that's gone through him has been successful. Outside maybe that one touch that he had that went over Will Kidd. You see him directing traffic here. Great run by Midou Youssef, and he's in.
Midou's able to stop the ball at the touchline with a little trickery, but he pops it over.
I'm not mad at it.
No, that's all right.
But once again, who did that go through?
A couple inches to the right, and that would have been fine.
Who did that sequence go through?
Aidano Driscoll?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's why he's your player to watch tonight. Luther alum. Wasn't a Division III All-American for nothing.
No. 2 goals on the season.
And has the bragging rights over 8 of his teammates, saying that you didn't beat me in college.
That's right. He ran up against a lot of Luther players in this NPSL squad.
Owen Smith on the ball, obviously getting a ton of it today.
Owen Smith feels like the kid that if he did come up into your system, and Eli's off, if he did come up through your system, you're really proud of him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just really dynamic, really confident on the ball, able to move it really well, puts in some dangerous crosses. Obviously a proven goal scorer here on this year.
He's a native of New Zealand, and in 2018 he did compete in the youth as a youth international for New Zealand. You can see the quality.
Yeah.
So, he's going into his sophomore season with Oakland University. A lot of Oakland University current and alumni on this Carpathia team.
Yeah. Oakland, of course, Oakland University is a school in the northern suburbs of Detroit.
And guess what's happening there on Sunday?
They're hosting
the
UPSL Elite 8 matchup.
Oh, excuse me, it's tomorrow. Thank you for the correction.
Yeah.
To the best producer in the business, Tyler.
They're hosting that UPSL Elite 8 matchup between Minneapolis City 2
and the New York Contour.
It sounds like a car or a couch. Could be a couch.
Or a dating app. How'd you meet your wife? On New York Contour?
New York Contour. Oh, the only dating app for, great move by Leo. Like I said, that Oh, and Eli is
A little bit overcooked by Mito Yusuf, but absolutely the right decision. Now
still
Ken,
on, and is he going to put it in?
I like the patience.
Yep. Here goes Aiden. Rough first touch, but he's able to boss his way into the box. And he's alone.
Oh, and a goal! Dude, what else do you have to say about Aidano Driscoll?
That's a goal for Minneapolis City in the 38th minute. Number 6.
Take a bow, Aidano Driscoll.
Aidano Driscoll dribbles through the entire Carpathian defense.
Wow.
Breaks down the door of the castle.
Dude.
And puts a stake in the heart.
Watch this run. Interesting first touch, does what he does best, getting his body in the way, spins one defender, makes this guy dive, and then doesn't pick a corner,
just goes straight to the roof. 2-0 Minneapolis City here as the first half moves on.
When you're talking about lineup selection, there's so many great players within the roster that's like 30 plus deep for Coach Van Benschoten. But in a pivotal game where you need to win when you're hosting, what a great selection for Coach Van Benschoten to go with our player to watch tonight, Aidano Driscoll, and he has absolutely been equal to the task.
Yeah, and they're Minneapolis City not letting up, looking for Will Kidd.
Well, why would you?
On the diagonal run. What do the Carpathians do, John? Down 2-0.
Don't give up the third goal. And also for Owen Smith there, why down 2 goals when you have an opportunity to attack? Do you try a no-look pass?
Yeah.
Like, just be efficient, man.
Sirwatka and Schrum have swapped sides. Sirwatka, Alex Sirwatka, number 22, now on this near side on the right wing. City throw. John, another celebrity sighting. My wife texted me and said,
hey, Mindy.
Said I'm doing great. But she'd like to point out that Jonah is way more handsome than Jack Barry.
Well, that's not nice, Mindy. They're equally as handsome in their own way.
Yeah, I mean, second and third only to me.
Yeah.
Our 18-month-old, 20-month-old daughter, one of her first words is goal.
Oh, that's good.
So she's definitely at home cheering for Minneapolis City.
So
literally the only way she knows how.
That disjointed pressure that we talked about. This is the fruits of its not its labor, but this is what happens.
Yeah.
Owen Smith getting a little bit too excited, coming out of his center midfield role, pressuring on bad pressure. The simple pass from Matt Elder broke 2 lines into Aidano Driscoll, and then Minneapolis City gets into the attack.
This is the thing, John, we've seen over the course of the NPSL season and now here in this game.
Good ball in by Adams.
Yeah. Minneapolis City has a lot of different modes.
First touch.
A lot of different modes.
Yeah. This is arcade mode right now.
Almost. You know that transformer that turned into a spaceship and a train?
Don't start with us now, Nate.
And a robot?
Your transformer references.
Look, there are people out there that totally get what I'm talking about. And I'm saying Minneapolis City has a lot of modes. And
all right, I get it.
When they're fired up, they all come together to form a super robot.
Okay. Sometimes I hate you. And sometimes I love you.
We got at least 45 more minutes of this, John. Get ready.
Sorry, folks.
Almost another road ball.
Good stuff by Will Kidd tracking back there.
I'll tell you what, this is the kind of game we were hoping for.
Good ball.
Here comes Dawson Schrum.
Schrum, yeah.
Looking for that shot. Well defended by Barry. And there's Aidano Driscoll. Calmly able to collect it and clear it.
Smart.
Final bang, slow it up. Yep.
Much like the first game we saw with Cleveland, as soon as the ball gets forward on these direct passes or maybe on a turnover, I'm going to pause that. This is where Owen Smith's making the wrong decision. He's leaving the players behind him hung dry by being the only person pressuring.
Sure.
Like he needs to stop ball chasing and get connected into the players in behind him, specifically when you're down 2 goals, you don't want to apply pressure that can be easily broken down by simple passes. But what I was saying before that was, in the first game, we saw when the ball got forward for Cleveland, none of the runners coming in behind it. It's a similar thing that we're seeing today with Carpathia.
Murakami with the run, looking to body off.
That's a great run by your left back.
Out on Ruben. That was surprise. You gotta assume that he surprised Ruben all of a sudden coming onto him when you got Leo Vang kind of wandering around.
And Ruben is a Saginaw State product, currently attending the university.
Saginaw.
Yeah, that's in Michigan, Nate. If you didn't know that,
I did. I don't know a lot about Michigan, John. I'll tell you what.
Have one.
Ooh, almost trying to play Eli in for the easier shot, but yeah, Max Stiegward can make those shots. He's got to just try ripping them once in a while.
That's a great ball by Owen Smith. That's what Tenney can do here.
Yeah, here's number 7, Joseph Tinian. Great clearance by Max Kent.
And great clearance to not give up a corner.
Yep. Cleared with authority. Here's Owen Smith on the throw-in.
But that just shows the quality of Owen Smith. When he makes purposeful passes, there's literally zero reason to make no-look passes in this particular game.
Yeah. John, one thing we were missing in that first game were ball kids. And ball kids have shown up in force thanks to Karen FC, the football club made up of the Karen people that live here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always
Good work
happy
by
for that
Lionel
partnership
Vang.
with Karen. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out. Nice ball up to Mito. He's going to hold it up. Kieran
Smart
Hayes
play.
challenges, but that's all right. Nothing develops. Start again.
Another celebrity sighting, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think we got this time? The Rock. The Rock just texted me. No,
Dwayne Johnson?
Dwayne Johnson. No, we got a text coming in from former Crows assistant coach, Jeremy Iwaskovic.
Oh,
Jeremy.
the soccer Buddha.
Soccer Buddha. Thanks for joining us. And he just texted O'Driscoll. And that's all that needed to be said.
So good. You got to love the soccer Buddha. Jeremy Iwaskovic was our assistant coach in the first year of Minneapolis City's existence with the PLA.
We'll just call him like a kind of a consultant, because head coach Matt Van Benschoten was his assistant coach at Bethel University. So I know the two of them talk a lot about the game, a lot about man management. The ever-present learning that needs to happen as a head coach. And I know that Coach Van Benschoten goes to Jeremy for that. So how you doing, Jeremy? Thanks for watching.
Also coined one of the original Minneapolis City catchphrases. I would say top 2 of all time. Soccer is a gift.
Yes, and the third was, Lance, today's not your day. You're coming out.
We're in the 30th second of what is 3 minutes of extra time. At least 3 minutes of extra time. We've been asked to wait to announce our extra time until the clock actually hits 45 and 90.
Way to read comms there, Nate. Apparently this is your first rodeo.
I guess.
What a great start for Minneapolis City. Kind of asserting its dominance early in this first half. But, to talk about the other side of the coin here, Carpathia did go down to our North Conference foes in Duluth, 2-0, came out in the second half, scored 2 goals. We talked about it's a little bit of a different North Conference opponent than us from a defensive standpoint. However, they've shown they can do it.
Yeah, they can make adjustments. Owen Smith, always dangerous over the ball.
And there's a lot of activity going on the Carpathia bench right now.
You gotta assume that these guys didn't come all this way not to play. They're antsy to get in. They're antsy to make a difference. Jones, Great Lakes Conference 11.
That's exactly what applying the right type of pressure does on an offense right there. Tracking Aidano Driscoll, tracking back with number 8, Schwillinger, just giving him enough pressure, making him think that he can't turn, when actually, if he checked his shoulder, he could have turned on Aiden and sparked an attack. But good early application of pressure. He thought he was under duress, puts the ball out of bounds.
I love these micro moments that you can break down, John. I'm just focused on who's got the damn ball.
Yeah. You're the whose name is it, and I'm the micro moments.
Sure. Micro moments. You're the micro moments, man. There's Murakami again with the run. He's had a lot of space down that right or that left side.
Yeah, and smartly, he isn't overexposing it. He's picking and choosing his times when he wants to get forward. Like right now is an opportunity.
There we go.
There it is.
He's open.
Kind of baiting his defender into just thinking he's not going to get forward, and then he ultimately gets forward.
Back to Leo, no opening.
And right
Reset.
now, the Carpathia shape is just all out of whack. And that's it for the first half, folks. Minneapolis City, your Crows up 2-0 against Carpathia. I'm John Bisworm, joined by the silky voice that is the Nate Morales. This NPSL North, or not even North Conference, I'm so used to saying it. Midwest Regional Semifinal 2. We'll break down the first half action, talk a little bit again about what happened in the first game, and a little bit. We're gonna pay some bills, take a break, we'll be back at you. And hi, Mom and Dad.
Minneapolis City.
All right, and we're back here at halftime with this NPSL Midwest Regional Playoff matchup. It's Minneapolis City 2, Carpathia FC 0. John, Carpathia seemed to have one game plan in that first half, and that was direct play.
Yeah, Route 1 soccer.
Yup. Just boot the ball downfield. Hopefully Owen Smith or Joseph Tinian can get on the end of it. Maybe Dawson Schrum. So far has not worked for them. Minneapolis City had an answer.
I think, we talked about like in the last game, there's two sides of the story here. One, I really don't feel like Minneapolis City's gotten out of second gear, and they're up 2-0, which is a great spot to be in, because you have potentially have a game on Sunday where you can go into this one and see it out. But what we've also seen, and we talked about a little bit, is Carpathia, they've done this before against someone in our conference.
Yeah.
They've come back. So if I'm Minneapolis City head coach Matt Van Bensko, I have two choices. One, for the first 5 to 8 minutes of this beginning of the second half, do I step on the throat and do I increase the pressure in the back line? Oh, there we are. Hey, guys.
Or, you can't even see us.
Yeah.
Or
I'm right there.
The other choice is
do you just
see what they're gonna offer up.
Man, it's almost like we know each other, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or they can sit back, absorb some of that pressure, allow Carpathia to further exit the tank, which is what we saw in the first half. There were a lot of tired faces coming off that field for in a blue jersey.
Yeah.
Do we allow them to do that further and then apply the pressure? So it's really about what does Coach Van Benschoten want to do to assert dominance on this game.
Sure. And I think if this season has been any indicator for Minneapolis City, Coach Matt is more than content to just bide his time and use his subs incredibly strategically to put that foot on the throat of the opposing team, right? Just when you see someone's got tired legs and their potential replacement has already been subbed in, that's when you sub in the fresh legs at 68, 70 minutes.
Nate, there's 7 starters on any other NPSL team sitting on the bench right now.
Just itching. They just want to play so bad. Like you said, a couple of them mad that they didn't get the start tonight.
Yeah, but that's hunger when you get in.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about player to watch Aidano Driscoll in the first half.
Oh, my gosh, John. I mean, calm on the ball. Oh, there we go. Minneapolis City decides, hey, screw it. Let's see how direct we can get.
Yeah, right off the kick. Right off the kick.
Aidano Driscoll, calm on the ball, excellent distribution. And then just when...
went Minneapolis City downtown rooftop.
No kidding.
Like, goal.
Just when you think that a tall, lanky kid that plays defensive midfield can't give you any more, he dribbles pretty much the entire Carpathian defense and roofs a ball for a second goal.
So looks as if no tactical changes for Carpathia going long on their first opportunity with the ball.
You got to wonder, John, eventually, and maybe we'll check back here in about 15, 20 minutes. There's
Yusuf is going to get on the end of that.
He's got his guy beaten.
Oh, that's a foul.
He's brought down.
That's a yellow card. Yep. The Kraft single is in the hand of the referee.
That's a yellow card for number 4, Kieran Hayes. In the 46th minute.
If I'm Carpathia, I'm okay with that. It does put one of your center backs under duress for the rest of the half. We saw some red cards fly out in the last game.
Yeah.
For the stupid second yellow card. That was a tactical foul. I'm okay with that.
Kieran Hayes, John, another guy that is from the South Pacific. Kieran comes from Newcastle, Australia, as they say. He's a senior at Oakland University, so Oakland must do some.
Jack Berry. Oh, that was it.
That was
an early third goal. Look how wide open he is.
Unmarked, Murakami.
Murakami kind of set a pick there.
That was off Murakami's head.
No, that was Jack Berry.
Okay.
Don't correct me. You know what? I'll finish this out myself.
Go home, Morales.
Get out of here, Morales. So it looks as if Van Benschoten has given the all clear to amp up the line of pressure. You're now seeing it's about 20 yards into the Carpathia half.
Yeah.
Whereas as opposed to the first half, it was like 30, 35, 40 yards out.
Good work by Will Kidd coming back to relieve that pressure, and Charlie Adams looked like it was a 2-on-1 situation there. But
we talked about Will Kidd is he's like a Labrador Retriever. He wants you to just bounce the tennis ball so he can get after.
He'll run all day.
Oh,
Jack Berry gets on the end of that ball in.
Carpathia coming out with some counter punches here.
Tyler Stevens, there he is again. Owen Smith pressured off the ball by Leo Vang. Nice move to skip over his defender. And now Eli Goldman.
Smart.
Yep. Just going to slow it down.
Finds O'Driscoll with acres of space. This is the guy you want.
Vito's going to make that run.
This is the guy you want on the ball. And Lionel Vang's wide open.
All that attention in the middle, John, on Mito Youssef, Will Kidd, and Eli Goldman. Lionel Vang was wide open on the right side.
I like this patience by Minneapolis City. Charlie Adams making that run from the back. It's smart. It's just being patient and allowing an opportunity to move the ball in the offensive third.
Aidano Driscoll again thinking he's going to be able to cut a swath through the Carpathians.
Great pass out wide to Murakami.
Eli able to stop that ball on a dime, figure out what to do with it. There's Leo Vang. What's he going to do?
He's going to hit it.
Why not? Oh, great save by Finn Jurek.
Maybe a little over dramatic on the save, but if we look back at the replay here, Didn't think you needed to go fish out of water
Puts
on
it
that
up
one.
with the left foot. Yeah,
Right.
probably had your hands on it anyway, guy, but that's all right.
He
Looked good.
he almost hit the groundhog.
You got you got to have something for the cameras.
Yeah. It was great. It was a great save. I don't think it needed to be that dramatic.
Leo Vang standing over the ball, ready to put this corner in.
Where's the other side of beautiful Augsburg University?
Oh,
Apparently not good enough.
come on now, little shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans in the box.
Call that it's a little hand fighting. Hand fighting in a phone booth. That's what it is in the mix there.
Okay.
On this one, I'm looking for Murakami. Max Kent. Oh,
Max Kent. Top of the 6-yard box. Can't do anything with it.
Murakami was the decoy, so I was half right.
Fooled you.
Yeah. Shame on me.
Free brings it back. Carpathia resets. Here we go. Kieran Hayes looking to advance the ball. That's 11, Spencer Nolf. Up to Owen Smith. Seems to be everywhere tonight. Will it be enough?
Owen Smith's taking way too many touches. He's causing problems for his own team instead of causing good situations. Like, I understand he's super dynamic on the ball, but he'd be even more dangerous if he would pass the ball quicker and then move off of it.
Yeah. Kieran Hayes very high up the field. Tracked forward to defend in the midfield, and now what we got? Aidano Driscoll.
Oh, good tackle by Charlie Adams.
Substitutions coming on for Carpathia, John. Replacing number 8, Donald Schillinger, is going to be number 3, Cameron Wheeler. Replacing number 2, Josh Rubin, is going to be number 16, Chris Sirwatka. So the Sirwatka.
Great ball.
Will Kidd is in.
Oh, and just puts select right on the chest of Uric.
Finn Jerk makes himself big. Takes the ball right to the chest. So that's 2 subs for the Carpathians. Rubin and Schillinger out. Chris Sirwatka and Cameron Wheeler in.
I mean, it's the time to make subs. It's go home time if you don't get anything going.
Hello. Look at the crowd, John. Look at the crowd. Sellout crowd here at Edor Nelson Field. Full.
And not an MLS sellout, an actual
sellout, not a fake sellout. Actual butts to butts. All the way across these
I would have
metal
gone
seats
elbows to elbows.
here
but,
at Edor Nelson Field. Tyler was screaming at us with his hands from next door, and I was wondering what he was saying, but he wanted us to point out how amazing this crowd is.
You know, we talked about calling it like we see it. Owen Smith needs to get out of his own way right now. He's causing more problems for himself and for his team. Again, taking too many touches, getting nicked in a bad part of the field. He's exerting too much energy doing things that aren't productive.
Sure.
And if you're that good of a player, use your energy to be productive.
John, down 2-0. The 53rd minute.
Good first touch by Lionel Vang.
You have to wonder if this is one of those nights for Carpathia. Throughout the season, they did draw 2 and lose 2. Definitely,
it's a great ball.
Definitely played themselves into this position with that PK win against Duluth. But they lost to Torrington and Columbus. They drew against that same Columbus team, but they also drew against FC Indiana, which is traditionally one of the least successful teams in the league.
They are the lacrosse heiress for North Conference fans. Mido Youssef, great energy, causing that problem.
And here's Eli. Is he going to put one in with the left foot? No, he tries to play Lionel Vang on.
Unlucky.
That's all right.
But if you're a NPSL North follower, FC Indiana is about as close as it gets to lacrosse heiress as a team that is on paper, an automatic 3 points.
Which is not to say that Minneapolis City hasn't had a struggle against Aris in the past. We did draw them a couple years back, 0-0.
Our only undefeated season.
Yep.
We drew them.
2018.
Oh, Murakami misjudges that, but does a great job of tracking back.
Difference being is that score, John, was 3-3. So it's not like this. That was kind of a game that was a little more open than perhaps Aris parking the bus in 4-inch tall grass against Minneapolis City.
Yeah. 53rd minute, 2-2. Minneapolis City still content and kind of just keeping the ball and staying in that second gear.
Yeah. We got Cameron Wheeler here, more advanced, trying to put pressure on this back line along with Joseph Tinian. Minneapolis City able to deal with it well. Will Kidd tracking back all the way to midfield. This is what I love about Minneapolis City is how fluid this team can be. If the play takes you out of position, that's a nice ball. And here's Charlie Adams to gather
Eli.
it up. A little behind Eli.
If that's to his foot, it's game over.
Eli's still able. Good effort by Charlie. I think that was a little extra.
Yeah, he just was sliding through it.
A little extra drama there from Kieran Hayes.
Good on Charlie, just making sure he's okay. There's nothing in that.
Nope.
So it looks like you have Kevin Andrews and is that Dom Mesgen? Getting ready. I'd love to see Kevin Andrews come into this game. I'd love to see Nick Hutton come into this game.
Of all the games, Nick Hutton is another player. Here's
This is the Nick Hutton game right now.
Yeah, this is, by the way, Lionel Vang. Short corner to Eli Goldman. Let's see what Eli can do. Back to Leo.
O'Driscoll can get a second here. Oh,
no. That was a really nice ball. And Ken Goldman.
Great save.
Oof.
Great save. I'll say this, Nate. Finn Urich has been equal to the test.
I agree. I think, that goal from Eli, or that goal from Aidano Driscoll where
there's nothing he could
dribbled the defense and basically put it in the roof from point-blank range. What's Jurek going to do? He also saves an amazing shot, and Goldman out-hustles his entire back line. What's Jurek going to do?
Yeah, he made a great save on that one, too.
A couple games today, John, where we've seen some losing goalkeepers, or goalkeepers that are kind of on the losing end of the score sheet.
We'll call it the back foot.
Back foot of the score sheet. Put forth some really nice effort and a really nice performance.
I don't know about that one. That was that's what I like to call the referee bailed out a guy for not having a great touch. I think that
you got to take it where you can get it, John.
Yeah, you do. But I think Aiden had a bad touch and he got bailed out. But he put himself in a position to get fouled, which is smart. If you're gonna have a bad touch, have a guy run through you. It looks as if I'm gonna get my wish here. Nick Hutton.
Nick Hutton coming on. As I was about to say, John, Nick Hutton, out with injury for most of the season, had come on in the last couple games and really asserted himself. This is a guy that plays angry, plays physical, plays fast. He's fast as hell.
Got some space.
Will Eli find
Hit it.
Lionel Vang? No, Eli's going to take it and skies it into the park. That's a picnic ball.
Looks like we're going to have the substitution's going to be Nick Hutton for Lionel Vang. Or is it Midu Youssef? No, it looks like Midu Youssef's coming off. He's got a wrap on his thigh there.
Yeah.
Maybe a precautionary sub for Coach Van Benschoten. But I thought, for your striker, you want him to score goals. I thought Midu Youssef had a fantastic game today doing the little things.
Yeah.
The movement off the ball, the dictating of the pressure, cutting down angles. I thought it was a fantastic job. But if I'm the Carpathia defense, this is the one guy I've never seen before that I hope I never would have met.
Yeah. Midu Youssef, 6 goals on the season. One of the top Minneapolis City goal scorers on the year. You always hope that he's going to score more, but I think you're right. He always puts in a shift that's disruptive in the least.
He's pesky.
Yes.
Like, for a defense, it's like this guy just won't go away. Oh, Jazzle Dazzle. There it is. He just doesn't go away. And for a defender, you're like, this guy again? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
He's always around me. He's always doing stuff. He has energy. But then you have Nick Hutton, who was a 4-time All-American track athlete at a Division I school. Lionel Vang, great to keep that
ball in. Nick Hutton providing support, but Leo's going to take that.
Oh, tattoos the defender.
Straight into the back of Ellis Jones.
But every time Nick Hutton has entered a game this season, immediate energy. Immediate.
Mm-hmm. definite spark plug for Minneapolis City. You know, when he came into that Joy Athletic game when Minneapolis City was down and looking to come back, he provided that spark that really put City back into the game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I asked,
O'Driscoll's got to hit this.
myself, what? There he goes, long range. O'Driscoll, Jurek bobbles it.
Wow, great save by Jurek.
Max Kent is there.
I mean, he put everything into that.
Woof.
Well, that's what Fletcher was talking about when we talked to Fletcher Sharp, is that Jurek will make saves, but tends to not hang on to them.
Yeah.
Luckily, he got his hands on that one.
That's not the spot you want to put the ball on the floor.
Nope, that is not.
With Max Kent in your face.
Good
Here comes
recovery.
Owen Smith.
Good recovery tracking by Lionel Vang. Just gets some numbers behind the ball.
Owen Smith tries to put one into his buddy Dawson Schrum. That doesn't happen. Here comes Nick Hutton.
Again.
Burning Tyler Stevens.
If I'm this guy, I'm like, oh, God.
Nick Hutton not too far removed, like you said, from an All-American performance. Track star Nick Hutton, able to translate onto the soccer field.
Yeah, chose not to play college soccer, took a track scholarship, Division I, University of Minnesota, and was a 4-time All-American.
Yep.
So
now
he sells software and plays soccer for us. So
I see him in the Skyway all the time. Or used to, before the COVID.
Before the vid.
Mm-hmm. Nick Hutton still able to contribute second half of this season, 2 goals in the last couple of games for Minneapolis City. Well defended by number 8. That wasn't number 8. He's not on the field. Must have been number 5, Tyler Stevens. And here we go. See this now? This is what we were talking about early, right? If Minneapolis City is able to possess, able to rotate, slower and slower, this back line is going to move up farther and farther, right?
Well, yeah.
And now we're basically resetting every possession at midfield.
And essentially what has been shown so far. Oh, bad giveaway by Murakami, but very good at recovery.
Oh, just a blatant pull on the kit.
That's okay. He's going to get his yellow card. It's smart.
Yeah.
What we've seen is that Owen Smith, having a lot of youthful vigor, I should say, totally goes and chases ball.
Yeah.
So it's okay to bait him into that and then dictate your possession, then get forward with the space he vacated by chasing.
John, looks like Steve Smith is getting ready to come in, but before Ian comes on, I want to talk to you a little bit about that foul. Dawson Schrum definitely had the advantage over Matt Murakami.
I think Murakami could have caught him. I think, it's a tactical foul. I like it.
Better not to take the risk. But your take on this? Some have said that no foul is acceptable in soccer. I would say that
those people are idiots. You need to foul tactically in soccer to stop things like a counterattack when you're winning 2-0.
Even goalkeepers who are up and want to kill the clock take a foul happily, right?
Yeah. Just
ridiculous take. So coming off, John, in the 62nd minute.
The end of the match so far.
Goal scorer, Aidano Driscoll. Player to watch. Put in a great shift of 60 minutes, replaced by Steve Smith. This substitution, John, is all about defense because Steve is a madman when it comes to his central defensive midfielder role.
Just holds down that anchor in front of the back line. Keeps possession.
Steve's going to fill the role that I was nervous about Max Stiegward filling, which is covering for a too far advanced
Eli Goldman,
Jack Berry or Max Kent, right?
Yeah.
Steve is always able to track back. Dirty in his. Oh, that is.
Nick Hutton is.
And here comes Will Kidd.
And number 5, Tyler Stevens.
Will Kidd puts it to his left, finds the Nick Hutton. That's another goal for Minneapolis City. A streaking Will Kidd is able to put on the brakes.
And here's the thing about
Fake the shot and cut over to Hutton.
Here's the thing about that goal. It started with the hustle play by Hutton, who found another hustle player in Will Kidd, and then the unselfishness of your club's leading goal scorer to see that there's a guy wide open.
Jurek on the absolute wrong side of the planet.
Yeah, and honestly, Nate, that might be the one that sends Carpathia back to Michigan.
Sorry to say, but that's going to be 3-0 in the 63rd minute. Number 14, Nick Hutton, slotting his 3rd goal of the season home.
And Nick Hutton scores goals when he comes on. He's played in 3 games this year, and he scored 3 goals.
Exactly.
Or sorry, it's 4 games. It's 3 goals. Sorry, he didn't score in the one against Med City.
Not this year. Nick Hutton did put the dagger into Med City in the 2019 playoffs.
We have another celebrity sighting coming in after that third goal.
Oh, yeah.
Tulsa Athletic owner, Sonny DiLisandro.
Oh, Sonny.
Thanks for watching, pal.
We loved it. We love to have you on the stream. Sonny, I'll tell you what, I'm drinking from a duck right now.
Also, good luck, Sonny, in your Tulsa Athletic boys in your half of the bracket. Hopefully, we maybe meet up in maybe a potential Final Four scenario. But we got one more game to go. This one, and then the next, potentially. Not counting our ducks before they're hatched.
We will not. Can't count your ducks before you drink out of them, that's for sure.
No, you cannot.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's too bad for you.
Yep. 64th minute, Minneapolis City 3, Carpathia 0.
John, performances like this don't happen on accident. Minneapolis City are winners because they keep themselves in winning shape, and we're grateful to be in the good hands of our longtime sports medicine partner, Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO keeps the team properly trained, keeps our players on the field, and you too, the average non-soccer player, can have TCO on your side with their wide range of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to full health and top performance in whatever you do. Check out what they can do at tcomn.com. I also want to thank our sponsor, Pence Homes. If you're out there in this real estate market, it's tough. It's easy to get down on the process. And Pence Homes is there to pick you up. From the best tools and technology to complete transparency throughout buying and selling, Pence Homes is a top choice for people looking to make that move. They're a division of Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest, and you can find them online at pencehomes.com. Substitution, John, what do you got?
While you were taking up my airspace here,
Will Kidd all alone. Let's go with that switch. Oh, Tyler Stevens is there.
Number 19, Mario Colella, replacing number 12, Dawson Schrum.
Dawson put in a hard-working shift as well. He looked dangerous a number of times. Might have had a shot or two on target, but or on goal.
If I'm being honest, Nate, it's moving to basically 2 or 3 up top for Carpathia. I think it's a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, we found that there was kind of a fluid attacking situation with the Carpathians. They had, 4 or 5 people that were ready to attack at any time, but they did not. It seemed to just be kind of the Owen Smith show with Dawson Schrum as the key link up there. They got to find some other. There's Chris Serwatka on the ball. Nice switch to the field. They got to find some other outlets here. I'll tell you what. Great defense.
Murakami has just shown
a Conference 11 kind of performance.
Yeah.
Here comes Leo Vang.
Hit it.
Cities.
Oh.
Why not?
He just hit Eli in the back of the head. Some substitutions coming on here. Looks like we won't announce anything until it actually happens.
No, but it's always a fun game to play, John. What do you see? What do you see brewing on that far side? And you got to try to stay patient.
I see a center midfielder coming on.
Yeah. Off to number 11, Spencer Nolf.
Kevin Andrews is like just jumping at the bit to get in. He's been warming up for an hour. Oh, great move.
Ooh, that was a really nice move. Mario Colella, brand new to the game. Putting the moves on the Crows, but
good clearance.
Well cleared, yes. On 16, Chris Serwatka. A couple of Serwatka brothers on this.
What's the plural of Serwatka?
Serwatkas.
Serwatkai?
Mm-hmm. Lawrence Tech University in Michigan for Chris. Oakland University graduate for Alex.
You didn't answer my question. What's the plural of Serwatka?
Serwatkas.
Serwatkai?
Serwatkai? Probably not.
There's a ball on the roof. We have a sound bite for a roof ball?
Nope.
I'm going to have to climb out the window and get that one.
That's your responsibility. That's money out of your pocket if that ball goes away.
Collective.
I'll tell you what, John. First game in what could potentially be a long weekend for either of these teams. And this is exactly what you want to see. Minneapolis City having what seems to be a relatively easy time
Number
against
10.
their...
Sorry, I'm going to
No,
interrupt
that's
you
all right.
there. Number 10, Eli Goldman coming out for number 22,
Dom Mesjian.
Dom Mesjian.
Dom did a great job in my seat last game. Too bad that he's playing today.
No, you're doing a great job, Nate.
I know.
Even though your wife doesn't think you're as hot as Jonah Garcia.
What the hell was I saying before you interrupted me?
Who cares?
That was a great... See, what I like about this City team, John, is how aware of not only each player's position,
Each other.
of their own position, yes, but of the position of their teammates. To be able to let a ball run and know that Stiggy is in the right position to be able to pick up where
That's
that is.
Captain Max Stiegward, for the non-Minneapolis City observer.
Max Stiegward, another Minneapolis City veteran, not a captain, or he's a captain for a number of reasons, but of course, part of it is his extensive playing experience. He played in the Paraguay U23 team.
Yeah. Also featured a little bit in the youth U.S. national setup, U15, 16, I believe, but was an under 20 Paraguayan international.
Under 20, that's what it was. And
he's country tied now.
yeah, cap tied. That's too bad. It's too bad for the U.S.
Yeah.
Stiggy played out his college ball at Central Florida after a brief stint at Louisville. Was able to help Central Florida to playoff appearances.
Yeah. Some NCAA playoffs. Oh, we got a substitution here for Carpathia. What we got here?
Oh, coming on the field is Dylan Wismont, number 14, replacing Joseph Tinian, number 7. That's good. There goes another striker for Carpathia. Tinian, dangerous.
He's had a tough day.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff just going over the top. It's 90 degrees out. This is your second trip from Michigan to Minnesota in a week. That's tough. That's a tough ask for any player.
I was going to say dangerous in college. Tinian was a 2-time All-Horizon League player, Oakland University grad, another one.
Yeah.
So many play for this team. Only 1 goal in the season. But here we are going into this water break.
So we're going to take a quick break, folks, pay some bills, and we'll be back at you here with the second half of the second half. Thank you, as always, to all of our sponsors. But we're going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
Coming back after this water break in the 73rd minute, Minneapolis City is on top in this match by a score of 3-0 over Carpathia FC. Substitutions on the way for Minneapolis City, and you got to assume that these guys are coming in just to get them warm, keep them ready for what is Sunday's impending match against Cleveland. Cleveland earlier today took down Milwaukee Torrent by a score of 2-1. That game was decided on 2 penalty kicks. Milwaukee Torrent eventually going down to 8 men in that game, could not find the winning goal or the tying goal. They went up 1-0 in the first half, and then Cleveland was able to claw their way back by virtue of Milwaukee's defensive and disciplinary lapses. And now here we go, Ian Smith playing a beautiful long ball to one of two Minneapolis City players. Leo Vang is there. Nick Hutton is there. Leo decides to take that shot. And it's high. So as I was saying, Cleveland is ready and waiting for the winner of this match, which at this point looks to be Minneapolis City, pending any sort of wild disaster, the likes of which have never been seen here at Edor Nelson Field at Augsburg University for Minneapolis City. And here comes some subs, John. Matt Murakami being replaced by number 2, Aaron Olson, another member of Minneapolis City's 50 cap club and a co-captain. Aaron Olson is steadfast presence on that back line. Also, Kevin Andrews, number 11, replacing Lionel Vang. John, Kevin Andrews has had an interesting trip around the world in this COVID era. He played for us a couple years ago briefly as a high schooler and left for Portugal. Am I right?
Yeah, spent some time in Portugal in a professional youth academy in Lisbon, and then now is back. Just accepted a full soccer scholarship to Central Florida, so it makes Max Stiegward a little happy.
Yes.
His alumnus.
Got that link up. That's one of those things, John, that, as we were saying, you never like to see if you're a tired defender with no hope of being subbed off, is you've just been run at for 75 minutes by Lionel Vang.
Oh, good work by Aaron Olson. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's great. You've just been run at for 75 minutes by Lionel Vang, and now you've got Kevin Andrews to contend with, fresh legs, hungry, looking to continue to prove himself.
He's going to do something special tonight, I got a feeling.
That wasn't it?
Not getting that foul call. I'll curse the old commentator.
Yeah. Nice. Charlie Adams able to make that step. Reset to Steve. Steve is there to collect. Dom Mesjian on the ball. Will Kidd looking for something.
He wanted it.
A little too late. Kidd to Dom, looking for that 1-2. Ooh.
That sound.
Slap.
That noise came through the bulletproof glass here in the booth. That had to hurt.
Drek with the reset. Carpathia looking for something. Owen Smith still on the field. Still looking to make some magic happen. Over to Spencer Nolf. Up to number 22, Alex Serwatka. Serwatka looking for smart. Putting that pressure on the back line as much as he can. Matt Elder able to clear. There's Will Smith. He's got some space.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. He's getting jiggy with it. Will Kidd. I know Will Kidd's grandma watches all these too, so I hope she can forgive me.
His parents are watching.
They're not here?
They're not here. They're, I don't know, camping in the Airstream or climbing Kilimanjaro, whatever the kids do on the weekends.
Always adventuresome, the kids. Will Smith. I can't believe it.
Kevin Andrews here in one-on-one.
Kevin Andrews doing the
Max
smart
Stiegward.
thing. What's Stiggy looking for a through ball that he can't find? Well defended. Referee's going to play the advantage there. As the sleight of frame, Kevin Andrews bowls over his
An opportunity
defender.
for Carpathia here.
Here's number 14.
Great
Deflected.
recovery deflection by Charlie Adams.
That's Dylan Wismont, new to the field.
I think Matt Elder would have had it covered, but better safe than sorry. Let the corner kick happen. And I think that we're getting a delayed yellow card here
All the way back.
for a challenge on one of the Carpathia center backs. It looks like number 20, Ellis Jones, in the 77th minute.
Yeah, John, that is, again, Great Lakes Conference 11, Ellis Jones, who seems to be just shaking it off.
He's like, whatever, dude. Tactical foul. But apparently people don't think tactical fouls are important.
Again, one of many members of this Carpathia team who were voted Great Lakes Conference All 11. Unfortunately, Ellis Jones is the only one of them.
Great stop
shot
again by Charlie
Serwatka.
Adams.
Jones is the only one that made the trip. And I'll tell you what, Carpathia could have used some of that goal-scoring expertise in both Williams and David Edwardson.
It looks like our last substitution is Jonah Garcia.
All right, this one's for my wife, Jonah
Charlie
Garcia,
Adams.
on the field.
Sorry, Mindy, he's keeping his shirt on. And all we have left is...
Schliemann.
No, actually, it's not Schliemann today. It's
Oh, it's
Luege.
Troy.
Yeah. We'll just keep him up there. is Hutton pestering.
Also, yellow card for Carpathia's Ellis Hill.
Carpathia trying to get something started quickly. Smart moves by these Minneapolis City players to just disrupt, pester, like you said. Hutton dropping way back into midfield.
I do like how, after the substitutions have come on, Carpathia has brought some energy. Like, they're not going down without a fight.
No, and I think the fresh legs have definitely helped, especially in the case of Dylan Wismont, who looked dangerous there for a second. Alex Srwatka has seemed to have found his second wind, potentially because his brother Chris is on the field and they draw energy off of each other. But is it too little too late with only about 10 minutes left plus stoppage time in this game?
Who said we're already done by?
Can Carpathia FC find the extra gear to pull 3 goals out of nowhere?
I think we have another substitution here for Carpathia. I think Owen Smith has finally saw his day end.
So that's going to be Zane Akil,
Yep.
number 29. High energy shift from Owen
I
Smith.
mean, he had a good day, but like we talked about, like how dynamic of a player he is, he made his day harder on himself.
especially in the heat and the humidity.
Yeah.
Got to be tough to go 120 minutes plus PKs on Tuesday, travel back to Michigan, back to Minneapolis. Put it all on the field, but wasn't enough for Carpathia at this point.
Good ball.
Who's going to take that? Jonah Garcia, well advanced. Is Jonah going to get there? No.
Jonah got real excited about that one.
And the funny thing is Jonah Garcia is in for Charlie Adams. So Jonah, traditionally a central defender for Minneapolis City.
Jonah can play anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
So, put some gloves on him, put him up top, put him in the midfield.
The Ozzy Alonso of Minneapolis City, you'd say. Ooh. Ian Smith getting in the middle of it as usual. Whoa, that's a high kick to the face.
No malicious intent there.
Totally accidental, obviously.
Great step by Jack Barry.
No idea Jack Barry was coming on that fast at that angle.
Would you give Srwatka the, a tip to the cap for telling Barry sorry?
Mm-hmm. Respect.
Yeah.
Such respect.
Respect with a K.
Ooh.
Dom Mesner did a really good job of peeling off of his run there.
One thing I like about Dom Mesgen, John, is his dribbling ability. Oh, excellent run by Kevin Andrews to intercept that pass. And now here's Will Kidd wide. Good ball movement by Mesgen. We're going Ian Smith, Kevin Andrews,
Mesgen's
Will
open
Kidd.
again.
Back to Jonah.
Hayes doesn't really want anything to do with tracking back
Oh,
to cover.
Owen Smith is not off.
Oh,
I just see him over there. So not sure who Zane Akil came on for, but
I think, did he go off maybe like some blood?
maybe.
Captain Aaron Olsen doing a great job tracking back there. No need to foul.
Tyler Stevens. Nope, he's on.
What we're talking about is we're at the point now where, from a central defensive standpoint, Carpathia has thrown some players forward. They're going to a back three.
Yeah.
And Hayes is kind of rooted in his spot. Outside of what he just, cursed the commentator, he just tracked back with Kevin Andrews, but he's not necessarily interested in trying to track multiple runners. And that's what has caused them fits here in the last bout of possession, but that was a great step to come back. I think he needs to continue to step back with the checking back forward, or he's going to cause some problems for his other back two defensive mates.
Sure. Yeah, that was Tyler Stevens leaving the field for making way for Zane Akil. Our bad. Sorry, Carpathia fans. John, 83 minutes and counting. Minneapolis City hanging on to a comfortable 3-0 lead. 7 shots put on frame for Minneapolis City, only 2 for Carpathia. Again, like we said, without their top 2 goal scorers, what could they do? Turns out not much.
Well, I think it was the the unwillingness to put the ball on the deck and play with it and going long too much. I mean, you looked at number 7, Joseph Tinian, like fantastic player, but all he was doing all day was chasing long balls down. Even when he would check 2, they'd put it over the top, it'd stay in bounds, and then everyone's looking at him to apply the pressure.
Not a lot he can do against Max Kent and Jack Barry, who
Nick Hutton just ran by the entire defense.
Bigger than him. Nick Hutton able to use his body. Great control by Kevin Andrews. Tries to put the shot on.
Great save.
Saved by Jurek. Will Kidd denied the rebound opportunity. That's Zane Akil that was there to clear that. Will Kidd almost had another open shot there. Kevin Andrews, what are you going to do here, my boy? Puts the brakes on, goes left-footed, but blocked. Going to maintain possession and do it all himself? No, goes wide to Jonah Garcia. Jonah puts the cross in. Will Kidd just off the head.
Great ball by Jonah Garcia.
And that's what we were talking about, John. Why Jonah?
He's the defensive Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
We lost one in Kevin Hoof. Maybe Kevin's listening tonight.
I hope he is.
Give us a celebrity shout out.
I see Keith Hoof all the time at the Minnesota United games. Sits a section over from me.
But what we missed in losing Kevin Hoof was that versatile player who can play across the middle of the front of the back 6.
Yeah.
I think Jonah's that next coming of that. Oh, unlucky giveaway.
Jonah Garcia is the center back, is the defensive starter that you want when it's time to distribute the ball well.
Yeah.
And you can see that on display right there. That ball is going to be comfortably in for Matt Elder as Minneapolis City looks to wind down the final 5 minutes of this game.
Time to get honest again, Nate. It's 85 minutes plus all the weird stoppages in. Carpathia has still not figured out that the long ball is not going to work.
Yeah, I mean, as harsh as this sounds, you figure after one half of it not working, you could make some adjustments.
Yeah.
Poor Tinian, not able to do much against the taller Minneapolis City defenders. Mm-hmm. And no difference in the substitutions that have been made. I think maybe 1 or 2 chances.
If you put me out there on the field and asked me to chase down long balls in 90-degree heat, I'd probably die.
No thanks.
I think the way to counter what Minneapolis City was bringing to the table today was to try to counter possession with possession.
Yeah.
And try to frustrate Minneapolis City. Not always go pedal down, hit the long ball. Tire your traveled legs down. It's keep the ball, move the chess pieces around, and then exploit that weakness once it is presented to you. And that's not what we saw today from Carpathia.
No, not at all. And you know what I enjoy about Matt Van Benscoten's strategy here, John, is like you said, we had 7 starters on the bench. Why not just have one? Chris Serwatka trying to put a ball on frame, possibly out of frustration. But what you've got out of Matt Van Benscoten's choices is 7 starters that are coming on late basically just to get warm and ready for Sunday. Because Dom Mestian, think about the guys that came in. Dom Mestian, Kevin Andrews, Jonah Garcia, Nick Hutton, Ian Smith, all starters.
Aaron Olson,
all starters on any other night. Tactically, feels like Matt Van Benscoten has made the correct choice tonight with the bigger back line. And we might need them again against Vinny Bell on Sunday. But who knows?
Maybe.
I'll tell you what. Now that we don't have to be impartial calling that Cleveland-Milwaukee game, that Cleveland team looks slow. They look slow by the end of the night.
Tired.
They look tired. And that's a lot of soccer to play. Tuesday night, even though they won 4-0, turning around, coming out here. They all drove, coming out here for a Friday night game.
How would you like to drive with the guy on the team you don't like? Like everyone touches the nose, says not it, and you get the guy you don't like.
Is that a thing?
For 15 hours, or whatever the heck the trip is. I believe this is one of the first corners of the second half here for Carpathia.
Yeah, not a lot of action down here for
Great
Carpathia.
win by Max Kent, and that's why Max Kent's in there.
Yeah.
He wins those balls. Owen
So we'll
Smith.
see, John. Cleveland has a lot of recovery to do in a little bit of time. In time for that Sunday game, 1:30 kickoff here at Edor Nelson Field. Hope to see you on that stream
I'll be here.
if you're out of town.
I'll be here.
Oh, you're here.
Yeah.
Another place I hope to see you guys is going to be at Udapils Brewing.
All weekend long.
Yeah. If you're all weekend long, if you're already here, I don't know why you'd be listening to the stream. Maybe you're one of those weirdos that keeps the earbuds in while you're watching the game.
Listen to Harry Carey.
Yep. But come on on Sunday, because all weekend long, if you've got a program from the playoff action from this weekend. It's $1 off every beer.
Good work by Mesjin.
at
Sorry, I
Uda
keep
Pills Brewing.
interrupting you with great soccer action.
No, it is. I mean, this is the job, John. Play by play. Nick Hutton tripped up. They're calling that. Great use of his body to protect the ball.
He's like Gumby. Just like contorts his body in a way where the defender can't get to it.
That's for sure. Number 3, Cameron Wheeler putting on the pressure. Ian Smith possessing well. Going to Jonah. Jonah putting it deep to Dom. Can Dom get there? No. Mesjian second to the ball.
It was a good
Back to Finjur.
It was a good step by Hayes. He read that was the only place where the ball could go there that was dangerous and got a jump on Mesjin.
Cameron Wheeler misplayed up to Mario Colella, and Colella gives it away, trying to keep the ball in. Back to Matt Elder to reset. Crows trying to play out, possess out the final minutes of this game as we approach the 90th minute. No word yet on extra time, but John is definitely making another drink.
No. Just need some water.
Good.
It's been hot in this
Gotta
booth.
hydrate.
It's been hot in this booth, man. We got, thank you to, who's the maker of this fan behind us? Once it oscillates back, I'll tell you.
Huge fan of this ancient oscillating fan that's keeping us somewhat cool up here in this booth.
Good term.
Such is the life. That's Will Kidd in on goal. Why not have one? Oh, Will Kidd goes just wide left. That's my left.
Is that number 20, Ellis Jones? I think Ellis Jones had a great opportunity there.
It's 29 that put him off the ball. Zane Akil. Here's Cameron Wheeler taking one from long range.
I almost hit the old Perkins.
Yeah. It's Perkins down the street, in case you didn't know.
Nate, it's been a pleasure calling 2 soccer games with you today. I miss this. I miss us not being able to, during COVID, to do our podcasts in person.
I know.
And this is basically an extension of that. Except for celebrity sightings like Goose, Tim Wills,
Jeremy
Ivaskovich, Sonny DiLisandro, Will Kidd's mom.
Will Kidd's mom.
Climbing Kilimanjaro as we speak. Just hit the summit.
Say hi. Say hi to the Silverbacks for us. There goes Will Kidd. He's on. Speaking of Will Kidd's mom, can Will get a goal in this playoff appearance?
Oh,
no,
great.
Another well-saved ball by Finn Jurek.
Finn Jurek has kept this scoreline from going from 3 to 5 or 6.
Yeah, and I think that's 3 shots on target that he has denied Will Kidd. So Will, I don't know what you got to do.
Not making Grandma proud, apparently. He'll sharpen that up for the final.
Yeah.
He's a gamer. 90th minute, just getting a
90-plus short corner, playing it into Hutton. Hutton's going to go left foot.
Getting an idea of stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're already 1:40 into it. For those of you who are watching, who are Crows faithful, we will get to the Southside Barber Lounge call to the booth after this match. So please stick around for that. And Nate's dynamite drop-in of all the soccer we watched today. And a little bit of a preview as what we'll see on Sunday for this regional NPSL final on Sunday.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can. It's happening on Sunday.
As we've said, John, you and I have been with this. You founded this club. We've been watching this club for its entire existence, and I think years ago, as we're watching teams advance to this level, you've got the Detroit Cities, you've got the New York Cosmos, you've got the Miami FCs,
they all left.
And now suddenly Minneapolis City is here, and it's proof that the hard work matters.
Unlucky for Kevin Andrews. A little body in there on number 16, Sirwatka. Chris Sirwatka.
Wait for Max Kent to get up and get the head on that. Minneapolis City still hungry. Kevin Andrews rushing.
Kevin wants nothing to do with that challenge. It's
No.
smart. Don't do anything stupid. Get in a rushing challenge from a goalkeeper.
Yeah, best to stay healthy. Owen Smith offside.
No, it was a handball.
Oh,
Why
handball.
kick the ball? The ball hit your hand, man.
New Zealand product frustrated. not how he wanted the night to end. I guess the same could be said for any player. On the
I feel like
Carpathia
he's
team.
played frustrated the whole game. He's had so much of the ball, which it should be. He should have the ball, but the final product of a lot of what he's done has been let down. I think we talked about, he beats one defender with something spectacular and then tries to beat the defender again, and instead of just sparking an attack and trying to get his team back into this.
Minneapolis City with another corner as time must be winding down here.
And we are well beyond stoppage. And there it is, folks.
Referee not interested in letting us take that corner. That is full time. Minneapolis City 3 over Carpathia FC 0, advancing to the Midwest Finals. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the call of the game to Aidano Driscoll, as well as break down the action from earlier in the day. Big win for the Crows. Let's talk about it in a bit.
Welcome back to Edor Nelson Field, on the home of Augsburg University, the summer home of Minneapolis City. The second semifinal of a great day of soccer sees Minneapolis City Crows go 3 to the good against Carpathia. Unlucky for a team that had to pretty much face the absolute hardship that is traveling to the same state. That's like 10 hours away in 1 week, right, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times the Minneapolis City has had to travel for U.S. Open Cup games, for NPSL playoffs, and it's just been an additional level of difficulty. But right now we're going to go down to Aidano Driscoll for our Southside Barber Lounge call of the game. Man of the match, Aidano Driscoll. Aiden, you hear us all right?
I can hear you guys.
Aiden, John Bisworm, how you doing, man? How does this one feel?
Feels good, John. Feels good. I'm like, can't complain. Can't complain.
So there have been some players to watch that we've had on multiple broadcasts, and they haven't really performed. But I would say that you, sir, are the other side of that coin. Fantastic game today. Tell us what you saw there in the midfield, maybe first half into what you saw in the second half before you were subbed off?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think our communication in the midfield is key. We did a good job of passing players around and figuring out what they were going to do and where they were going to go. They had a really creative number 10 who kind of pop into good spots, get out wide, and so we had to sort that out. And then we had to get through the first 10. They kind of put us under, but once we slowed things down and kind of put our foot on the ball, it turned out well.
Aiden, what's up? What's up, man? It's Nate.
Nate, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great.
I'm doing well.
You were described tonight as almost a Swiss Army knife, right? Able to come back and defend, and definitely made the impact moving forward in the attack. Talk about the space that you were given, the potential disrespect that Carpathia had for you, and you were able to just cut swaths through their defense, especially for that goal straight into the roof.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it as disrespect. I just think they were probably a little tired. We were moving the ball well towards the end of the first half and into the second half. I thought we did a good job. But yeah, I mean, we took our chances when we got them, and I think we probably could have got a few more. But I thought no, Eli does a great job of driving forward, and I like to drive forward a lot into that space too. And obviously Max Stiegward does as well. So I thought we did a good job in the middle of hurting them in those situations.
Aiden, there's whispers that you're called the Irish Zidane of Minneapolis City. Is that true?
I don't know if that's true. No whispers from me, at least.
But talk us through a little bit about when you were on the ball, what you were finding, because what we saw up here in the booth was that using your body to maybe outthink a defender, to create your own space, and there's nothing more that I think epitomizes what you do with your body before the ball touches your foot than on your goal with shielding off a defender, then beating a second defender, and then going rooftop lounge on the goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, it's something I've kind of had to learn to do. I've never been the biggest or strongest guy, so getting my body in front of the ball is crucial to me keeping it, and it's, I think, one of the things that makes me a decent player. So, yeah, definitely you can see it on the goal there.
Absolutely. Well, Aiden, excellent use of space today, excellent use of your body, excellent goal. Good for the second goal of this 3-0 win.
Back-to-back games, scoring goals, man.
Goals.
It'll put you up top.
Yeah.
Oh, Driscoll.
Let's keep it going. I'm a goal-scoring 6.
All right, man. Well, we're going to see you here on Sunday at 1:30 in the Midwest Regional Final. Thank you so much for joining us on this call, and we will see you again Sunday. Good luck. Good recovery.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Aiden.
All right, bye-bye.
That's Aidano Driscoll, player to watch, living up to the hype, Nate.
Usually, I mean, like you said, usually there's a curse of the commentator there, the Madden curse, if you will, when you call out a player like that. But here's Aiden living up to it, and Minneapolis City is the better for it. Let's talk about Game 1, John. So Minneapolis City is going to have Cleveland SC waiting for them on Sunday at 1:30. And what we saw in the first game, kickoff was 4 o'clock today, Cleveland against Milwaukee Torrent. Milwaukee Torrent entered that game as the number 3 seed in the country, behind only Minneapolis City and one other team, I think Westchester or something from out east. And Milwaukee, unfortunately, did not live up to that ranking. They came out strong. They did score the initial goal, but then some defensive lapses, some disciplinary lapses,
yeah.
yes, led to 2 penalties eventually, as well as 2 red cards for Milwaukee. So although the Cleveland coach himself, Lewis Dunn, was also served a red card and will not be on the bench for this final game. Unfortunately, it was Milwaukee whose red cards got the best of them, as they were down to 8 men by the end of that game, trying to claw back from a 2-1 deficit, and they just couldn't make it happen. John, what can Minneapolis City look forward to on Sunday from this Cleveland team?
Well, I think the number one thing for Cleveland is, can you recover fast enough? There's 4 subs on your bench. There was a lot of tired legs from the starters that were out there.
Yeah. Do you wire some plane tickets to someone and get them out here?
You might have to. But I think that if there were any Cleveland supporters that were in the stands, also the team, I think what they ended up seeing here was the buzzsaw that they could potentially be running into in Minneapolis City, who I'm not just saying that because it's our team, but statistically speaking and performance-wise throughout the entire season, #1 team in the country, and put on a display right here with, I still think, not getting out of second gear.
Yeah, and I'll say this, that we saw a Cleveland team earlier that we were told and we had kind of observed in the past had really one method of attack that just never worked for them. They were lucky. I shouldn't say lucky, but they were lucky to win off of 2 penalties, right?
Yeah.
At no point was there a goal coming through the run of play from their danger men, Beck and Bell, right? Beck and Bell have been the guys that traditionally give Cleveland their goals, and both of them
looked out of gas.
Quite ineffective today. So, like you said, recovery is key if they hope to compete on Sunday. And we will be back on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Kickoff is going to be here at Edor Nelson Field. You can find the stream, same spot. It's been amazing being up here in the booth with you all day, John. Not much more to say than that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's going to be a fantastic game of soccer. It's going to be an awesome opportunity to finally have another, maybe hoist a title at home.
Can you believe it?
I mean, I guess I can. I guess I can't. I don't know. Kind of caught in the middle. But anyways, we hope to see you, whether you're on the stream. Look at that. Matt Murakami and a dog.
We love it.
Bark in the park, right? we hope to see you back for the regional championship between Minneapolis City and Cleveland SC at 1:30.
Kickoff is 1:30 p.m. on Sunday.
Kickoff is 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. For Nate Morales, doing a great job filling in for Eric Nordquist, I'm John Bisworm. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Pence Homes, TCO, Twin Cities Orthopedics,
Southside Barber Lounge. Uda Pills Brewing. Get $1 off with your program.
Zambezi Biltong. You got to get some. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great night.